State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean Perkins presiding. While court is in session, there will be no smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, and or laying down. I will ask that if you have on any hats or hoodies, that you please remove them unless due to religious purposes. Thank you, everyone. Good morning to Judge. Good morning to everyone.
All right, good morning, everyone. Try to do is try to get you out as fast and efficiently as possible. We're going to try to get you out in the order that you came in. Ms. Soroki, good morning to you. Are you connected yet?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Give us 1 second.
I'm well.
Good. Court reporter stepped out. 1 second.
Pete, come here a sec. Like when the gal was there, a phone.
Bigger.
You gotta mute yourself. Everybody mute themselves until I call your name, please. A. Hughes.
Yes, sir. Officer Hughes.
Officer Hughes, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Well, let's get going. This is ready to swing off. This is the City of Detroit versus Jarron Lawrence, case number SP 1283111, SP 131895113, SP 133982262, SP 1352959, SP 1364169, counts 2 and counts 3, SP 139673, 1, counts 1 and counts 2, and count 3, SP 1616459, 1, 2, and 3. State of Michigan versus Jarron Lawrence, case number SX 4024261. 1. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lawrence.
Unmute yourself and turn your camera on, please.
Yes, my name is Jarron Lawrence.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. We'll give him a $0 bond. I don't know how many cases were on the docket today. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I have 11 on the docket. I call 13 into the record. Probably 2 of those were some civil infractions that were recent. Brake light ticket and a failure to use the turn signal on the SP 161 tickets that went along with those tickets. So, Mr. Lawrence, you have an absolute right to a trial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to go over and get you an updated offer. Mr. Berry, I do see that Mr. Lawrence at least owes $288 civil infraction. Keep in mind, Mr. Lawrence, you owe more civil infractions that have gone into default, but the $288 civil infraction is the one that is preventing you from getting clearances here at 36 District Court. So I'm going to put you in a breakout. Mr. Berry will explain things. You'll have an opportunity to speak with him, and let us know what you want to do when you come out. All right.
All right, thank you.
Join your room, please. This is the City of Detroit versus Jerome Arden Gayton, case number SP 1600761, SP 8198221, 1847161171, 19399961. State of Michigan versus Jerome Arden Gayton, case number SX3061, 718, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, good morning. Pauline Soroka, you have the defendant.
Good morning to you, Mr. Gayton. Can you state your name for the record, please? He hasn't connected audio. Let's pass the matter, Ms. Soroka. Let's go down to Gaddy's. This is the City of Detroit versus Laverne Gaddy's, case number SP 1615931, count 1, SP 1615932, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1615931. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroka, on behalf of the defendant.
This Gaddy's, where's Gaddy's? This Gaddy's here.
Hi.
Press up. Unmute yourself, please, and state your name.
Okay. I'm here, Your Honor, Laverne Gaddis.
Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Give Ms. Gaddy's an updated offer. Ms. Gaddy's, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroka. She's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
Right.
Join the room, please. Mr. Ronnie Paz. Let me say this, if you have document tickets, if you have, good morning to you. Do you have valid insurance, sir?
Oh, yes.
Let's see what you have.
Okay, let me. Minute.
Where, let me see, let me get you on the screen. All right. Keep it up there, please.
What the fuck?
Hold it still, please.
I'm not.
This is the city of Detroit versus Roni Paz. Mr. Berry, case number SB 16113121. Appearance for the record, please, Mr. Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Paz.
Ronnie Andre Paz.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
Enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. I'm going to dismiss the case for providing valid documentation. There's nothing further, Mr. Paz. You have a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you.
You too, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay. Mr. Berry, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you a bench trial date on February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m., sir. If it's nothing further, you have a safe, happy holiday season. Best of luck to you. We'll see you back in the new year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did Glenn, the gate never connected to audio? That gets me down to Graham Burrell. This is the city of Detroit versus Diamond James Rambrell, case number SP 15761802. Appearance for the record, please.
This is Donovan Gambrell, sir.
Good morning to you, Mr. Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Mr. Gambrell, do you have a valid driver's license, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I just got it the other day.
All right, run his driver's license, please. I always say that might not be worth the plastic is printed on, Mr. Gambrell. We're gonna run it and check the city, check the Secretary of State, all right?
Okay.
It's good. Case dismissed, Mr. Gambrell. Congratulations on getting the license. Have a safe, happy holiday season. Best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you, sir. You do the same.
Thank you.
All right.
So you just rolling them off here, Mr. Berry.
A wonderful Friday.
Where is the file for these? What about Ratlin, Daryl Ratlin?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
City of Detroit versus Daryl Marcel Brantley case, and the state of Michigan versus Daryl Marcel Brantley. Case number SP 164-2285-1SX36794061. Appearance for the record, please, Mr. Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Grantland.
Terrell Grantland.
Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial, Mr. Berry. Mr. Grantland, do you have a valid driver's license?
Oh, sir.
All right. Give an updated offer, Mr. Berry, and put you in a breakout room. Mr. Grantland, if you don't like that offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. And put you in a breakout room, speak to Mr. Berry, see if he can help.
Yes, sir.
It's past the matter. Let's go back on the record with Gaddings. Mr. Gaddings, I'm giving you an opportunity. Ms. Gaddings, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, at this point, I did not try to renegotiate the offer with the city, but I am going to request that an attorney be appointed on my client's behalf. After speaking with her and reviewing the allegations, I think it's essential.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Granley? I mean, Ms. Gaddings, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, what is, I need a good phone number from you, ma'am.
My home number is area code 313-922-1787.
And is there, do you need, is that the best number to reach you at?
No, that's cell phone number. It's 313-681-0882.
313-681-0882.
681-0882, yeah.
681-882, and I have a 922-1787, right?
Right.
All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set a pretrial date, ma'am. That date is gonna be January 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. And to keep it on track, I'm gonna set a trial date as well, and that'll be February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. Your next court date is gonna be January 24th. The main reason for that court date is to make sure that appointed attorney has contacted you. If that appointed attorney has not contacted you on January 24th, we'll appoint an attorney on the spot. All right. And then we'll keep the trial date just in case that attorney finds it necessary to have a trial between the talks to you and that attorney. What I need you to do is I need you to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls should be that appointed attorney, all right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's nothing further, do you have any questions, ma'am?
Nothing. I don't know. I'm just trying to do my court thing. So I don't know.
You get it done. Just suggest you take the attorney's advice. Just listen out for that attorney, and we'll see you back in the new year on January 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Have a safe, happy holiday season, ma'am. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Michael Gurin. Did I already get the pronunciation wrong? City of Detroit, Ms. Soroki versus Michael Henry Gurin. Case numbers SP 164-1973, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Sorokin, on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Gurin, can you state your name for the record, please?
Michael Jarron.
Jarron, I'm sorry. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial on your client, Mr. Soroki. Mr. Jarron, do you have valid license and insurance?
No, yesterday I went to Secretary of State. I had it out.
Let me stop you, Mr. Jarron. I just needed to know the yes or no. I'm gonna let you speak to Ms. Soroki. She's a very good lawyer. She can see if she can help you. Ms. Soroki, get Mr. Jarron an updated offer And if he needs a trial date, we'll set that as well, all right?
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
don't see anything here that's affecting this license. Join the room, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Brantley. Mr. Brantley, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Brantley?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you a bench trial date. That date will be strike that, February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you, okay?
You too, sir.
Thank you. This is the city of Detroit versus Mark Anthony Gistinall. Case numbers SP 1630591. And,
Further, Your Honor.
good morning to you, Mr. Gistinall. Let me see. And then SP, well, I don't know if that's you. It's a couple of Gistinalls, is that correct?
Yes.
A Mark Anthony Gistinall.
Yeah, I think it may be a junior and a senior.
Yes.
And which one are you? What is your date of birth, sir?
1/2/90. Junior.
All right, so that other one, we're looking for your dad as well.
He's deceased.
Do you have anything to suggest that supports that so we can close this stuff out?
Say that again?
A death certificate or anything? You don't have to produce it, but that would be able to close that out.
I had to kind of dig it up.
All right. So that's the other one is not on the docket, Mr. Berry. So we're just dealing with SP 163-05991. He did have 2 civil infractions, SP 1559836 6 counts 1 and counts 2. I believe those are older in default. Let me see how old they are, Mr. Berry. Earlier this year, March the 3rd, 2024. I don't have any issue with they went into default 4/4/2025. I don't have any issue with you seeing if you can get an offer on all of those if the city is willing to set the default aside. There's a disregard and a red signal and an expired plate, along with a no insurance misdemeanor. Mr. Gistinall, do you have valid insurance?
Insurance and driver license, and I have no recollection of those other infractions.
The other infractions were alleged that you, on Jefferson and Griswold, on March the 3rd, were driving a 2015 Dodge, that you ran a red light there. And then at that same time, on that, I guess on that Dodge, the plates were expired. So, get in the breakout room with Mr. Berry, speak to him, show him that documentation, at least with the no insurance, we can resolve that. Join the room, please. Let me start letting some people in. Ms. Barrett, good morning to you. All right.
And you could recall.
Interpreter Zaman.
Sayed Zaman, Judge, good morning.
Zaman, good morning to you. What language are you interpreting?
Judge, is Bangla for Khanam.
Khanam?
Yeah, Khanam Laskar. I have the case number if you want, Your Honor.
All right, what is the case number? Hold on one second.
Case number, Judge, N like Nancy, 800-56222. Lasker Khanum, last name Khanum, first name Lasker. Middle name is Nur Jahan.
Nur Jahan.
That is correct.
Let me take a moment and let some of these people in and name them, and then we'll get back going.
Thank you, Judge.
Cam iPhone, can you unmute yourself, turn your camera on, and state your name, please?
Camry Gunn.
Camry Gunn, good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
iPhone 7, can you state your name, please, ma'am? You're looking into the camera, looks like you're at work. Good morning to you. You just muted yourself. Good morning to you, ma'am. What's your name, please? Yes.
Jasmine Gervin, Jasmen, Gervin, Gerv as a Victor, IN.
Are you at work, ma'am?
Yes, I'm going somewhere where I can sit down.
What about, are we ready or anybody, Ms. Soroki?
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready. I'm Mr. Gerlin.
Jarron.
Yep.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Jarron. Mr. Jarron, I'll give you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client is eligible to get his license at this time, so he just needs to come back sometime in January. He has insurance now and he'll be valid.
And insurance as well?
Yeah, he has his insurance with him, yes.
All right, pre-trial date is going to be January 24th, 2025 at 8:30, Mr. Jarron. If there's nothing further, you have a safe, happy holiday season. Best of luck to you.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
All right. Thank you,
You're welcome.
attorney lady there.
You're welcome.
How do you say your name? Sarkowski?
Soroki.
Okay. You good at criminal law?
I used to be.
You just do traffic now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Have a nice holiday.
Thank you.
City of Detroit versus Jasmine Urban, case number SP 1039700, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1641918, counts 1 and counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1641920, counts 1 and counts 2. And she's got to go to Judge Bryan. She's got a warrant out for her arrest for malicious destruction of property from 2017. Ms. Soroki, can you put your appearance on the record for Ms. Gervin?
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Ms. Gerwin.
Ms. Gervin, can you state your name for the record, please? Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Yes, my name is Jasmine Gervin.
Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases on the docket, Ms. Soroki, and I have two more cases, two older cases, improper license misdemeanor and a no insurance misdemeanor. Get Ms. Gervin an updated offer, and keep in mind, ma'am, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Okay.
Have we had the city attorney yet?
We don't have one yet.
Okay, thank you.
So far as the warrant, those two cases are under warrant status. As far as the warrant, counselor.
Your Honor, ask court to set the warrants aside. My client is present.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, Ms. Gervin, on your client's behalf, Mr. Soroki, and give her a $0 bond. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Now, that doesn't cover the warrant for the malicious destruction of property.
I got a question. I'm sorry, Judge, but I got a question. Where's that at? The malicious destruction of property.
That was the allegation was made on July 17th, 2017 at 1:30 a.m. And I don't have I have a Lexa Jackson as the victim. I don't have any other facts or circumstances or anything else that would lead me to give you any more information than that.
Okay.
All right. Let me put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroki and have a conversation with her, and then let us know what you want to do when you come out. Join the room, please.
Okay.
Are you ready, Mr. Berry? Mr. Berry, your client?
No, Your Honor, we need the prosecutor.
All right, we need to get the city in here. Let's take a minute. Miss Ms. Barrett, are you there? I'm gonna let everybody in. They're in. Everybody's in. All right, so let's see if we can work through some of the elements while we're waiting on the city. City of Detroit versus London Noel Gooden, case number SP 161. SP 161. All right, we gotta have you mute. Everybody's got to mute themselves, please.
Good morning, Judge.
Hold on a second, Ms. Barrett. All right, London Noel Gooden, case number SP 1613932, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, I'm London Gooden. I'm here.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Ms. Gooden.
Good morning to you, ma'am. Go ahead.
For purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf and give your client a $0 bond. Why don't I see Your client on the docket.
8:45, Your Honor.
Still don't see her, but okay. Enter a not guilty plea on her behalf, give her a $0 bond. Ms. Gooden, do you have valid registration and insurance?
Car.
Okay, so that's no. All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. Have a conversation with him and get her an updated offer. I don't know if we have offers or not, so. Join the room, Ms. Gooden, please. Here's the prosecutor coming in now. I don't see her on the document.
She's under, the first page of 845.
Granted agent.
She's under all the.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's go. We have a city in here. Mr. Garinger, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I think, I know Mr. Berry wanted to see you at 4.
Oh,
You want to see the city as well?
yeah, I'll go in there with him too, Your Honor. If you want, I can wait, take another case and then go in there since Mr. Geringer's here now.
Okay, let's go ahead with Alex Lewis. He's on the telephone. I'm gonna, Mr. Lewis, can you press *6 to unmute yourself, please? *6 to unmute yourself, Mr. Lewis. All right, go ahead, Ms. Soroki, M4.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me. Good morning, Your Honor. I was wondering if it's a breakout room for officers speak to the prosecutor.
Yeah, it will be. I'm gonna put you in there. I'll put all this. Go to 1. Good morning, officers.
Good morning, sir.
Miss Barrett, good morning to you. Who's your client?
Good morning. I have Oliver Owens. He probably has a number of cases. He says he's here. I don't know. I was looking to see if I saw him. Okay, great. Yeah. So I don't know if his police officers are here, and I probably need to talk to the city attorney, whichever way.
Oliver Owens, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir, I'm here.
Good morning, please.
Good morning, sir.
Oliver Owens II.
Yes, sir.
He only has one case, Ms. Barrett. This is the city of Detroit versus Oliver Owens, II, Z8093241. Appear for the record, please, Ms. Barrett.
Good morning, Melita Barrett on behalf of Oliver Owens.
Well, today is the date and time set for trial. Mr. Owens, state your name for the record, please.
My name is Oliver Owens II.
So we're gonna at least give the officer, if they haven't showed up yet, a half-hour grace period from 9 o'clock. So 9:30, if the officer doesn't show, we will get you out of here. I'm gonna pass the matter. I don't see Officer Smith. I don't see Officer Smith. And I do see Officer Eldridge. So Officer Eldridge is here. Let me put you in a breakout room and this Barrett, go to breakout room number 4, speak with the city, okay?
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna put your client in 6.
6, okay, good.
Owens, wait on Miss Barrett. Come speak with you.
Okay.
Are we ready, Mr. Berry?
Ready as soon as Gooden, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Miss London Gooden. Ms. Gooden, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail herself of the people's offer to allow her to enter a plea to improper plates.
That what you want to do, Ms. Gooden?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, I do.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in breakout room, did he not?
Pardon me?
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes, he did.
You understood those rights?
Yes, I did.
You have any questions about those rights?
No, I do not.
Has any, you know, by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, they have not.
Let me draw your attention back to August the 25th, 2024, around 8:49 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Evergreen and Plymouth, ma'am. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, I did.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, I was.
You say,
Yes, I was. Yes.
did the officer ask you to produce valid registration for that vehicle?
Yes, he did.
You could not do so, could you, ma'am?
No, I could not.
And why is that?
Because I was going through financial hardship with my insurance and my registration for that car at the time when I had it.
Very good. I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of improper plate. I'm gonna fine her $240. I'll dismiss upon payment with the stipulation of proper cause. I'll dismiss the no insurance matter.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Ms. Gooden, when can you pay the $240?
Today,
Say that again?
can I have it in by next Friday?
Yeah, and you can tell me when you can pay it. I don't want to put a hardship on you even further. I understand that this situation is not the greatest right now.
I can pay it if you can give me 2 weeks. I can have it in. If that's too long, I'll try to have it soon.
No. I'm asking you, ma'am. I told you I don't want to make it hard on you. And I know it's Christmas time, and I want you to tell me a date that you know you're gonna have it in besides guessing and wondering. So when you come back, we can close it out. So if you need 2 weeks, I can give you 2 weeks. If you feel that you need more time, I can give you more time.
I do need more time.
All right, that's what we need to know. We need to know. What about January 13th?
Yes, that'll work perfectly fine. I would appreciate that.
Absolutely. Come back January 13th, ma'am. Pay the fine at any JIVDAC kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that app to your phone, or you come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. I am going to mark your file as well, allow a payment plan. You would have to come down to the court to get into that payment plan, I believe. I don't know if you can do that on the phone, but what I will do is allow a payment plan. So you do one of two things by January 13th. Either you pay the fine off and we'll dismiss the case, or you come on down before that date and get into a payment plan, all right?
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
All right, very much welcome, ma'am. Have a safe, happy holiday season. and best of luck to you. I'll see you back on the 13th of January at 8:25.
Okay, see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Alex Lewis, can you unmute yourself, please? This is the city of Detroit versus Alex Lewis. Case number SP 1600451, SP 1680941. He has two other civil infractions that the city doesn't have any objection. I wouldn't have any problem setting them aside. That's SP 1618094, counts 2 and counts 3. Your client, that's also called, I wouldn't have, these are all civil infractions. I wouldn't have any objections setting these aside. SP 1600153, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Berry, can you put your appearance on the record for Mr. Lewis, please?
Elwood S. Berry Jr., on behalf of Mr. Lewis, state your full name, Mr. Lewis.
Alex Lewis.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
Alex Lewis.
And we'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll also call SP 1242022 into the record, SP 1329655 into the record, SP 1518064 into the record. Those cases are, as for purposes of arraignment, also on the show cause.
Yes, Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. So the other cases that I call were cases that he already pled to that he never paid. So what we're dealing with today, Mr. Berry, as far as way of offer is and this is these are the misdemeanors are the driver's license suspended and a no ops. And if the city is willing to set the civil infractions aside, we're dealing with a no insurance proof, 288, that's affecting his license, an expired plate, another no insurance proof, 336, that's affecting his license, improper display of plate, and another expired plate. So I have one improper display of plate, 2 expired plates, 2 no insurance proofs, and a driving license suspended and a no ops. He has an absolute right to a trial. The other cases that fall into the record are something that he never settled up with the court. All right, go in the breakout room and speak to Mr. Lewis. Keep in mind, Mr. Lewis, you have an absolute right to a trial. He's on the phone, so he's going to automatically go into 5, Mr. Berry. What about Gistinol?
Your Honor, we're ready. You can recall that. I'm sorry, Ms. Gervin, you mean?
No, Gistinol.
We're ready as to, no, I have to speak to the prosecutor regarding Mr. Gistinol.
So go speak to the prosecutor regarding Gistinol and Lewis.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second. Let's find out who's on this iPhone 7. iPhone 7. What is your name, please?
Jalil Lee Alexander.
Jalil Leon. Say that again, please.
Jalil Lee Alexander.
Oh, Lee Alexander. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
There's a squad of heavily armed mercenaries led by a man named Ray, with their eyes on the bus as well. And
you got to turn your television off or mute it, Mr. Sanders. Lee Sanders. All right. Ms. Soroki, who are we ready on?
Ms. Gervin.
Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gervin. Ms. Gervin, I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, at this time, she's going to continue her plea request to bench.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Gervin? Where does she go?
I'm sorry, yes.
All right. If that's what you want to do, I'm going to give you a trial date of February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If it's nothing further, ma'am, you have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
February 21st, right?
February 21st.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Interpreter, good morning. What is that? Jamel Graham, you got to get up.
Yeah.
Put some clothes on. It's time to get up. Turn your video off and get yourself together, please. Mr. Interpreter, good morning to you. Ms. Lasker, good morning to you. You have to unmute yourself.
Good morning. I'm sorry. Good morning, Judge.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, can you state your name for the record and your qualifications, please?
Judge, good morning. Sayed Zaman, the court appointed interpreter.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in the manner now before the court and not divulge confidential communication, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability, you'll interpret from English to Spanish, English to what language?
Bangla, Judge, Bangla.
Baula.
Bangla, Judge, Bangla.
Baula to English. Do you?
I do.
You'll interpret that to the best of your ability?
I do, Your Honor.
Very well. Good morning, Ms. Lasker.
Good morning, Koira.
Good morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Remember what you're supposed to say and not say.
Well,
This is the city of Detroit versus Nora Jahan Lasker, case number N8005622, N802814221, SN224293, counts 1 and counts 2. Here, this is the super fisherwoman.
Yes, yes, Judge. When Judge case Jackson after number হয়ে গেছে তিনটা কেস নাম্বার বাট আমার কাছে অনলি একটা লিস্টেড এন 856-222 লস্কর নূরজাহান খানম এগুলো ফিশিং টিকেট হইরা আপনি ফিশিং কিং না কুইন হইরা যাচ্ছে
Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Siroki on behalf of
Yes.
Taintan Furisel Sultan হইরা আপনার উকিল সরকারি
Good morning, Ms. Lasker.
Again, আজকে আপনার শুভ সকাল হইরা
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Have you been back fishing?
আপনি আর ফিশে আবার গেছলানি কই যাই জিগেরে যাজে
No.
No.
All right. Today is the date and time set for a trial.
আজকের তারিখ এবং সময় এগুলো বিচার করার তারিখ
I'm looking for Officer Salisbury for the Department of Natural Resource.
Tain officer dekhra ise ni tan nam doya dakhra.
And Robare, Luke.
Arakta officer nam oira look tara jikai rehe ase ni adalato.
And Adam Beuthin.
এর মধ্যে আরেকটা অফিসারের নাম স্পেলিং করে যায় যে কইরা জিকাইরা তারা আসেনি আদালতে।
Hearing no response and not have seen those people join the breakout room, those officers join the breakout room.
যা যা কইরা তারা গ্যালারির মধ্যে নাই বাট জিকাইরা তান ম্যাডাম ক্লার্ককে যে তারা ওয়েটিং রুমে আসেনি।
Your Honor, at this time, I'm going to move for dismissal of these counts.
আপনার উকিলে কইরা সরকারি উকিলে কইরা যা তারা তো ইনো নাই যেহেতু তাইলে আমি আপনারে আবেদন করব কেসটা ডিসমিস করে লওয়ার লাগে।
All right, I'm going to grant the motion to dismiss. No officer, Ms. Lascar. You have a safe, happy holiday season, ma'am, and best of luck to you.
জনাবা লস্কর অফিসার না হওয়ার কারণে আমি আপনার কেস ডিসমিস করলাম, ক্লোজ করলাম। আপনারে শুভ হলিডে কামনা করি।
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
have
you
a great
so
day,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Have a great day.
My pleasure, Judge. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Finish me.
He's gone. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, do you have anybody ready, Ms. Soroki?
No, Your Honor, I think that was, I don't have anybody in the, no one else.
Asia Grady, is Asia Grady here? City of Detroit versus Asia Lynn Grady. Is she here? She is. Case number SP134-29721. SP1499-3341. SP1603-275, counts 1 and counts 2, and SP1603-276-1. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki, on behalf of Asia Grady.
Ms. Grady, good morning to you.
Good morning.
State your name for the record, please.
Asia Grady.
All right, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a show cause, Ms. Soroki.
Waive a formal reading of the information, stand mute to the charges, Your Honor.
Enter a not guilty plea on Ms. Grady's behalf. We've already been down this road before. Ms. Grady had an opportunity to pay the $288, and that has not been paid. So either we get an offer today or we set it for a trial. Give Ms. Grady an updated offer, Ms. Soroki. And Ms. Grady, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. All right? Join the room, please.
Your picture.
Mr. Berry, are you ready on Mr. Gistanon?
No, Your Honor, still no prosecutor, but we're ready as to Mr. Lewis.
There was a prosecutor.
No.
All right, everybody's gonna have to mute their devices, please, until I call your name. On that Samsung SMA146U, good morning to you. Can you turn your camera on and state your name, please? They're talking in the background on the Samsung. Good morning to you. Samsung.
Hello?
I'm asking you to turn your camera on. What is your name, please?
Daquan Gordon.
Gordon? All right, Mr. Gordon, you're gonna have to turn your camera on when I call your name. I'm gonna mute your device. All right, I'm gonna mute your device when until we call your name, all right? iPhone 4. Turn your camera on, start your video and unmute yourself. What is your name, please?
Dominic Lamonius.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Who are we ready, Mr. Berry?
Mr. Lewis, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis.
Alex
Lewis. Let's go back on the record with Alex Lewis. Mr. Lewis, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
All right. Mr. Lewis, I'm giving you a trial date on February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If it's nothing further, sir, you have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Thank you, thank you.
We have a city attorney is here, Mr. Berry. Who's the gentleman that just walked in?
Mr. Lee Delmar.
Lee Delmar, he was online.
Yeah, I just signed the name, but he doesn't know how to work it. I told him he can have to see about this, he doesn't know how to turn this thing down.
All right. Let's get it.
Yeah.
We have a prosecutor in
City of Detroit versus Lee Delmar Lee.
Yes.
Case number SP 164-19561. Appearance for the record, please. He's in person, Mr. Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Delmar Lee.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Mr. Lee, this matter is related to allegation of discharging a firearm within the city limits. I find the maximum amount on that charge, $500. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, let you speak to Mr. Berry. Can we show Mr. Lee how to get online?
Yes, he's on there. He's gotta get that in.
He's on there?
Yes.
All right, I gotta let him in. So it's gonna be best if you go out in the hallway, Mr. Lee. That way you can talk to the attorney on the phone. My court officer, Officer Thomas, is gonna help you out with that, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, all right.
Attorney Berry, the offer for Mr. Lee would be a 12-month delayed sentence, subject to any conditions the judge feels are appropriate.
Yes, please.
Alex Hill on behalf of the people, P76961.
All right, so Mr. Lee, Mr. Berry's gonna explain all that to you and hear what you have to say. And then if you don't like the offer or the resolution that we have for today, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right? So we can schedule this for a trial date if necessary, but speak to Mr. Berry about it. You have a private conversation with him, okay?
All right, thank you.
Very well, let's pass the matter.
Judge, don't forget to let me in, Judge.
Yep.
Your Honor, Ms. Grady's ready.
All right, let's go. Mr. Berry, What do we, you need to, the city is here, you need to speak with them about, Gistinol?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to speak with Mr. Hill. I think I can help Ms. Grady out a little more if you give me a minute.
Go ahead and,
Works for me.
then
He's on-
you speak to this, speak to Miss, you haven't spoken to Miss, Barrett, have you?
Lolita?
Yes.
I'll call her, but helping so Alexa. I'm gonna give you, do you want me to give you a call, Attorney Soroki?
I was just gonna, yeah, that's fine, please.
And right?
Yeah, absolutely, but I would, for Mark Gistinol, the offer would be to 1 count of improper plates, dismissed and no license.
Wait, no. Garinger is in 4. Can I go there and speak to him?
That's fine, absolutely.
I was just gonna ask you on Miss Grady, if you could amend the, from fail to display, if you could take the offer and make it allowing another.
No objection to that. Good luck getting her license.
Thank you.
All right, you ready on Grady?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Grady. Ms. Grady, the offer is going to be, go ahead, what is the offer, Ms.
Your Honor, the offer would be, the lead count would be amended to allowing a licensed driver to drive. The other 2 counts are being dismissed. I'd stipulate probable cause for the dismissal.
What about the other civil infractions?
I don't think you told me about those, Judge.
Yeah, I have 3 cases that are on the record. But I called, she has 2 other civil infractions, an expired plate and no proof of insurance. That probably were in default, but they have not hit the point of being fined yet.
I'm sure, I would ask Mr. Hill if she could admit the expired plate and dismiss the, no proof.
Go talk to Mr. Garinger.
Is it Mr. Hill? No, in the courtroom?
He left.
Oh, okay.
Samsung, can you start your video, unmute yourself and state your name, please? Unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself. Good morning to you. What is your name, please? All right, something is wrong with your volume. I'll bring the other Samsung in. The other Samsung I just let in the room. Oh, they have
Is he talking? Are you talking to me, Judge?
No, I got you, Mr. Lee. I have you. I'm waiting on Mr. Berry. Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna wait on a lawyer now. That gentleman on the Samsung, you're unmuted and everything, so it looks good, but something must be wrong with your speaker or something. I don't know, because there's nothing more I can. There's nothing more I can do on this end. You turn your camera off now, but I should still be able to hear you. You can go down to the chat and put your name in the chat. We were rolling for a second there. Are we ready, Ms. Soroka?
We are, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record. Ms. Grady, what is going to be the updated offer?
Your Honor, she would plead to one count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and the plate violation as a civil infraction, and then the no proof insurance would be dismissed and the other misdemeanors.
You want to take the deal, ma'am?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. You understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Soroka went over your other advice or rights in breakout room, did she not?
Yes, she did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to July the 20th, 2024, around 9 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Gratiot and Outer Drive. Have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Officer asked you to produce valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No.
Why is that?
Because I didn't have it during that time.
Very good. I'm going to find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing $245. Was the plates expired on that 2016 Chrysler?
Yes.
Find her responsible for the amended count of expired plates, $145. Stipulation of probable cause, I'll dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. You still owe to get your license back. You're going to know an additional $288. That's going to be the most important thing you need to pay right now is that $288. The other stuff, you're going to owe $174 for an old expired plate, and $288 is the most important. But the two that you have today, $240, $145, you're going to owe additional $288 and $174. When can you pay the $145 and $240? What I'm going to do? What I'm going to cut you a break. Cut you a break. I'm not going to fine you on the expired plate. So you're on $240, $288, $174. When can you pay? The $240 is what I'm concerned with.
I think you'll have it in the next 2 weeks because I was laid off for like a month. So I just started back working.
Are you sure you're gonna have it in the next 2 weeks? You heard me talk to the other lady. You sure?
Yes, I can have it in the next 2 weeks.
You gonna pay the 288, all of it next 2 weeks?
Oh, no, I can pay the 288 in the next 2 weeks.
So that's on you. I'm concerned about the 240. So I'm gonna give you 30, I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay the 240. I would rather you pay the 288 first so you can go get a license.
Okay.
And you don't have to see me again.
Okay.
I'm gonna set a review for, and I'm gonna mark allow payment plan. I'm gonna set a review for January 13th, 2025 at 8:25. Pay it any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. If there's nothing further, ma'am, you have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. City of Detroit versus Keith Faye Darrell Garrett, case number SP 162-61431, SP 164-1455, counts 1 and counts 2, and SP 164-14861. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Defendant Garrett.
Mr. Garrett, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please. Did we lose him?
Keithy Garrett.
Keithy Garrett, good morning to you. Turn your camera on, sir. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. There was one case driving on a cell phone that was recent. I wouldn't have any objection to setting the default aside, and then you can get an updated offer on all the other stuff. Mr. Garrett, Ms. Soroki is going to get you an updated offer, come speak to you. Keep in mind, you have an absolute right to a trial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room and speak to Ms. Soroki, all right?
Okay.
Join the room, please. Mr. Berry, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gistinall. Mr. Gistinall, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's current offer, which is to allow him to enter a plea to limited access 1 to 5, rather than disregarding a red signal, and the remaining matters to be dismissed.
All right, that's what you want to do, Mr. Gistinall?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, stipulate to the face of the ticket as an active factual basis for that responsible plea on your client's behalf, Counselor?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated.
All right, find your client responsible for the amended count of limited access 1 to 5, $125. When can you pay it, Mr. Gistinall?
Your Honor, I'll be down there within a couple of hours.
All right. I'll just put pay by today. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe, happy holiday season. Best of luck to you. Mr. Mathis, can you put that in now? And then you have, you can pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone or come on down.
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. Because last time I did that, they didn't have it in the system just yet. Man, I had that number.
I'll put it in there right now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, best of luck to you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right, Mr. Berry, let's get Mr. Lee in the breakout room. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Delmar Lee. Mr. Lee, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Mr. Berry. This is the discharge of the firearm in city limits. Join the room, please. Good morning. On that Samsung, you gotta start your camera. What is your name?
Daquan Gordon.
Say that again.
Daquan Gordon.
Daquan Gordon. Okay.
I take Chenol turmeric because it helps with healthy joints and inflammation. Chenol, the brand I trust.
Turn your camera on, Mr. Gordon.
I'll try. Just had it on.
That prompt doesn't help?
No.
I'm gonna have to see who you are.
Okay, right here.
No, it doesn't, it's not working. We'll try to figure it out.
I'm on my phone and laptop.
Phone, oh, you're on the Vortex
It's working.
device too?
Yeah, I'm on a tablet.
All right, let me
I see my face.
Let me put you out on the Samsung. Hang the Samsung. Hang the Samsung up.
Okay.
I'll hang it up for you.
Okay.
All right, I got you now. All right. All right, give me a few minutes. Waiting on a lawyer, that's what we're waiting on now. Jarron, I'll put you in there. To speak with the city.
Okay.
iPhone, I just let you in the room. State your name, please. Unmute yourself and start your camera. Good morning.
Hi, Elizabeth Gessing and Delegado Holloway.
Say that again.
Elizabeth Gessing and Delegado Holloway.
All right, good morning to you. have a case number, ma'am?
No, sir.
Give me your last name again, please,
Delgado Holloway.
and spell it for me. Hold on one second.
Delta. Yep. Delta. I apologize. Yes. Delta DELGADO hyphen Holloway HOLLOWAY.
DELGADO.
Yes. Delgado traditional way. DELGADO. Yes, sir. Hyphen Holloway.
Holloway. HOLLOWAY.
Yes. First name is Elizabeth. ELIZABTH.
I'm not finding anything. Let's look up Delgado.
Okay.
Elizabeth. You're supposed to be downstairs. Pre-hearing is your, what is your date of birth?
On state records in Michigan, 7/15/1980.
Is that different than what you think it is?
Pardon?
Is that different than what you think it is?
Yes, sir. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm human traffic. Robert Mills Jr. set up he's a relative that gave the document, submitted information, and that's all they can pull up. And I'm actually born in October.
I'm sorry to hear that. I have Elizabeth Delgado. I don't have Holloway, and it doesn't have the same birthday. It has a 9/7/94 birthday.
Okay.
What street is associated with your name or address in the city of Detroit?
I'm currently 249 Baldwin, Hope Warming Shelter. And just let you know, I have penal code, so I've been sending in grants, but I believe I know who is saying they're the other person. They probably are supposed to be arraigned. Is a gentleman, but it shows up in my name.
You have what?
Pardon, sir?
What do you have?
I'm writing grants. In reality, I have penal code access. If it's another person that's supposed to be there in court using my name, I'm just double checking.
What do you mean penal code access? I don't know what's going on with that. You know anything? You know anything about that? I know she hung up. All right, let's just pass that. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, step up, please. Mr. Berry, what's Mr. Lee gonna do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Do you need the appointment? Does he need the appointment of counsel, you believe?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Do you need an attorney? You want us to appoint an attorney for you on this, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, I just rather get the matter over with.
Well, let's not just get the matter over with. I mean, if it's some things that somebody can help you with, you know, it'll get over with in time.
Yeah, I guess I'll agree to.
Let's see if we can get a lawyer in here right now for Mr. Lee. I need a good phone number from you, Mr. Lee.
A good what?
Phone number.
Oh, 313-677-0096.
That's your cell number?
Yes.
All right, let's see if we can get, I'm gonna try to get one in here right now for you, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's pass the matter. Mr. Berry, are you ready? Jalen Lowe? Let's go to City of Detroit versus Jalen Jeremy Lowe. Case number
Yes.
SP 1426764, count 2. SP 1600861, and SP 1600862. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lowe.
Jalen Lowe.
Your Honor,
you.
There was the single matter on the docket.
There's a single matter on the docket. For purposes of arraignment on that matter.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. And Mr. Lowe's has, I called another case into the record, 2 other cases into the record. One was a drove while unlicensed, an older drove while unlicensed case. And then the other case was, along with the case on the docket, it was a prohibited left turn. It's probably in default, but since it recently happened, I don't have an issue with setting it aside if people don't. He started and almost he didn't pay the $288, no proof of insurance. He's been here before. Last time, it seems like he must have, I wrote on a note, he must have gone to sleep because he never answered when we called. So he owes $288 on a civil infraction of no insurance proof. If he pays that, I don't see anything else down here that's affecting his driver's license. He has an absolute right to a trial. Put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry, Mr. Lowe. See if he can help you out, all right? You don't like the offer, we'll set a trial date.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Soroki, who are we ready on? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we did reach resolution. So the offer is going to be amended. The speeding ticket's going to be a blockading traffic, and my client's going to admit the phone violation. All of the accounts are being dismissed.
All right, that's what you want to do, Mr. Garrett?
Yes.
Stipulate to the face of the ticket as an active factual basis for that responsible plea.
So stipulated.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matters.
So stipulated.
All right, I'm gonna find your client responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic, $175. And I'm not gonna touch the driving on cell phone, you just pay that. So it's $175, $160, $168. When can you pay it? Say that again.
Say two tickets.
I can't hear him.
How much was the tickets again?
168, 175.
How much you said was the tickets?
He's breaking up.
I said like next time I get like next month, like a date for next month or something.
Yeah, January 13th, 2025. Paid at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the 2 best ways I can tell you to pay it. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Oh, you too. God bless.
Thank you. Is Tina Lockett here? Tina Lockett. All right, officers, unfashionate, hue, and noise. You're free to leave. Tina Lockett did not appear. Gunn.
Yes.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
This is the city of Detroit versus Camaria Gunn, case number 243580791. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Ms. Gunn.
Ms. Gunn, state your name for the record, please.
Camry Gunn.
All right, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a show cause, Ms. Soroki.
Your Honor, at this time, waive the formal reading of the information due to the charges.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on Ms. Gunn's behalf. We'll give Ms. Gunn a $0 bond. Get Ms. Gunn an updated offer. Ms. Gunn, you have an absolute right to a trial. I do have a ticket here, smoking marijuana inside of location. And that location is 18935 Greenfield. And it is saying something about 7:15. So maybe that's some kind of lounge or something. I don't know. But anyway,
yes,
don't say anything, ma'am. I'm just reading the notes for your attorney, so you can have a private conversation with her. All right. She's gonna get you an offer. You have an absolute right to a trial. Join the breakout room, Ms. Gunn, and speak with the lawyer and let us know what you want to do when you come out. Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor, is that a U ticket on that marijuana violation?
No, it's just a regular 247. It's
okay.
A regular old style paper ticket. Join the room, please. Mr. Berry, are we ready on Lowe?
Mr. Lowe, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Jeremy Lowe. What's going to be the outcome of this case?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lowe?
Yeah.
Say yes?
Yes.
Right,
Yes, sir.
Come back on February 21 at 9 a.m. February 21st, 9 a.m. There's nothing further, Mr. Lowe. Have a safe, happy holiday season. Best of luck to you.
You too, sir.
Thank you. Officer D. Etheridge. Ellich. I don't even see him on the maybe that. Oh, that's for Miss Glenn Lucas. That's for Miss Barrett.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Very City of Detroit versus Glenn Marcel Lucas Jr. Case number SP16044416, counts 1 and counts 2. SP16110038, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Glenn Marcel Lucas Jr.
Over Asbury Jr. Over Asbury Jr. on behalf of the defendant.
All right, today is the date and time set for a trial. I have Officer Simons here, and I had Officer Thornton here, but I don't see Officer Thornton. Officer Thornton, are you here? All right, go to the breakout room. Officer Simons. I'm trying to pull them out, Mr. Berry. See if you can get an updated offer. Let the city know that Officer Thornton was here, but he's not here now. All right. All right. And I don't see any note in the room saying really explaining his movement. Right. Let me join the breakout room, Mr. Lewis. Go get Mr. Lewis an updated offer. You have an absolute right to a trial, sir.
Judge, I'm ready on Oliver.
Officer is here.
Yeah, we have the plea offer from the prosecutor. It's operating while visibly impaired.
All right, is Owens out of that room?
He should be.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Let's call the city of Detroit. Oh, we already called it, didn't we? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Oliver Owens. Mr. Owens, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
A judge, he wants to waive his right to a bench trial, jury trial, and accept the plea offer to operate while visibly.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Owens?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
All right. Do you understand the maximum possible? You put your hand out. Do you understand the maximum possible legal expense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Barrett went over your other advice of rights in breakout room, did she not?
Yes, sir.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Officer Eldridge.
Yes, how you doing, Jarron?
Morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please? Name and badge number and department, please.
Devontae Ellich, badge number 102, Wayne State Police Department.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We have a mirror on Facebook of my home because you were like one of the only people I could see. And he's traveled for that. So then he's like,
Mr. Owens, let me draw your attention back to June 29th, 2024, around 2:24 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Warren and St. Antoine Street, where you have an occasion to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department around that date and time?
Yes, sir. Wayne State.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you have some alcohol prior to or during the operation of that motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did that alcohol impair your ability to operate that motor vehicle?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
And what kind of alcohol did you have?
That night I was trying to get back to my son, but I was with a group of family and friends, and honestly, I don't remember what I was drinking that night. But I did have a few drinks, and I'm holding myself accountable for it. I don't remember. Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, he's already indicated that the alcohol did impair his ability and that he was driving that motor vehicle with impaired ability, if he had alcohol prior to or during the operation of that motor vehicle. So I don't see.
The thing, oh,
When you
okay.
stipulate to the Michigan Forensic Breath Alcohol Analytical Report,
Yeah,
the
so
results of that.
stipulated, so stipulated.
All right, with that stipulation, I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of operating while visiting employee. And I need to get a pre-sentence report available. I need to get a pre-sentence report, so I'm gonna order a PSI. I'm gonna refer to probation. Have you been testing, sir?
Yes, sir, I have. For the record, I have, I've been 90 days clean since this incident.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go with the sentencing date in, let's try it in 30 days. Let's try it in 45 days so that
Yes, sir.
we can get a pre-sentence report. I need a good phone number from you.
313-544-3122.
And let's get you back around the 27th of January. Is that good, Ms. Mathis? 27th of January for sentencing for Mr. Oliver Owens. I'm gonna refer the matter to probation. We need you to submit to a pre-sentence investigation report. I need that report in order to properly sentence you on that matter. And other than that, sir, come back January 27th, 2025. Keep the lines of phone open. Wait on that probation officer to contact you, and then get that report done, and then we'll be all set for the 27th of January. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. If there's nothing further, Mr. Owens, I appreciate your acceptance of responsibility. It sounds like you are trying to maintain your sobriety. I hope that you can continue to do so, and I hope you have a safe and happy holiday season, sir.
Yes, sir. I do have one question. Right now, I understand that I do have a paper license, and it's still valid. After the sentencing, will I be able to get a physical driver's license? I mean,
you're gonna have to talk with your attorney on that. They're gonna check the Secretary of State with that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. If there's nothing further, have a safe, happy holiday season. Officer Eldridge, you have a safe and happy holiday season. You be safe out there, all right?
All right, have a good week, Judge.
Thank you as well, Your Honor.
You as well. All right, are we ready on anyone?
Mr. Lucas, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Glenn Mike Marcel Lucas. Go ahead, Mr. Berry.
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the current offer of the people, which is to enter a plea to failure to display as to the driver's license suspended, the no insurance charge to be dismissed, and of course the remaining charges to be dismissed, the officers not appearing.
You let Mr. Geringer know that officer did appear?
No, I didn't let him know.
Officer Thornton here. Officer Simons, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes.
Good morning to you. Thanks. I'm turning your camera on, please, Officer Simon. State your name and your badge number, please.
Officer Simmons, badge 4195.
Okay, good morning to you. All right. You want to take the deal, sir, Mr. Lucas?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lee, understood?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. So put him on, get him on back. You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in breakout room, did he not?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understood those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your
Let me draw your attention back to July the 24th, 2024, around 11:49 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Sorrento and Chicago, where you did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
The officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license.
No, Your Honor.
The officer didn't, well, you were operating a motor vehicle, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have a valid driver's license while you were, at the time you were operating a motor vehicle? Right. So I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display, $240 fine, and with stipulation of probable cause, I'll dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. 240, Mr. Lucas, when can you pay?
That's what I was asking, Mr. Berry. Is there any type of way that I could possibly request for like community service? If not, I would need like 30 days.
12 hours community service.
Pardon me?
12 hours community service. I need a good phone number. Yeah, I need a good phone number from you.
313-746-4461.
And I'm gonna give you the number to Ms. Green, who she's the community service coordinator.
Hold on 1 second. Okay.
313-965-8130.
And you said, how many hours was that?
12 hours of community service. Ms. Green should call you. You should not have to call her.
Okay.
I just gave you that number just so that you know. I'm going to give you until January 13th to complete the community service hours. Come back that morning. We'll close the matter out if they're complete. Have a safe and happy holiday season, sir, and best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you. Same as you.
All right, thank you. Officers Simon, Simmons, have a very safe and happy holiday season. You be safe out there, all right?
Thank you. Too.
City of Detroit versus Giselle Gregory, case number SB 159903991. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Gregory.
Giselle Gregory.
All right, today is the date and time set for a trial. This was another case that was, the officer did appear, but did not leave me any note that they were going to another court or anything of that nature. Officer H.W. A.N.J. I'm going to say Wang, Christopher Wang. Hearing no response.
Your Honor, the motion is for dismissal, there being no complaining witness.
I'm going to grant the motion to dismiss. No officer. If it's nothing further, Ms. Gregory, have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Thank you, you as well.
Jamil Graham. Again, you, Mr. Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on
Hold on
behalf
one second, I'll call it. It's the City of Detroit versus Jamil Graham. Case number is SP 164-20991, SP 164-789, strike that, SP 164-7809, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Graham.
Mr. Graham.
Jamil Graham.
Jamil Graham, okay.
All right, today, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Along with that ticket, they're saying it's up on the 18th. The hearings for those other tickets are some civil infractions. Mr. Berry, I will give you those if you have an ink pen.
Ready, Your Honor.
Failure to stop at a stop sign, no plates, and no insurance proof. Give Mr. Graham an updated offer. He has an absolute right to a trial. And I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Graham, with Mr. Berry. Let us know what you want to do when you come out, all right?
Okay.
All right, let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gunn. Ms. Gunn, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Time, we're asking that my client be appointed counsel and go on to a trial date.
That's what you want to do, Ms. Gunn?
Yes.
What's your phone number?
313-579-8717.
I'm gonna give you 2 dates. One date is gonna be January 24th, 2025 at 8:30. That's gonna be a pre-trial date. The trial date is gonna be February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. I need you to answer the calls. You don't recognize one of those calls should be that appointed attorney. If you don't hear from that, appointed attorney by January 24th, we're gonna appoint one on the spot, all right?
Okay. And
All
can
right,
you
Go
repeat
ahead.
the days and the time again? I'm putting it in my notes.
January 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. That's the one that's the only one you need to remember. January 24th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
If there's nothing further, have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Ms. Soroki, this is going to be the City of Detroit versus Summer Lumley, case number SP 14628-951, SP 1483364, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Ms. Longley.
I know Corporal Bennett is here. Ms. Lumley, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Lumley.
I know Corporal Bennett is here. I don't believe that Officer Joshua Martin has checked in. So Ms. Lumley has an absolute right to a trial. I'll let you work this out. Corporal Bennett is in the breakout room. I'm trying to pull him out. He's on the no insurance misdemeanor matter, I believe.
Ms. Lumley, do you have valid insurance at this time for a vehicle you're driving?
Yes, I do.
All right, join the breakout room. Good morning, Ms. Lumley. Go join the breakout room, speak with Ms. Soroki. Ms. Soroki, work it out for Ms. Lumley. And let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the, let's stop. The Destiny L.
Yes.
Good morning to you, ma'am. What is your full name?
Good morning. My full name is Destiny Larkins.
Larkins. Sergeant Daniel Hearn Banich.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning to you. Tina Lockett never showed. Tina Lockett. Is Tina Lockett here? Hold on one second. Let's see if this is Tina Lockett in Dallas. Let's see. Press *6 on that telephone at 313-289-4181. Press *6, please, to unmute yourself. *6 on the phone, 313-289-4189. Press *6 to unmute yourself. Okay. I don't believe that's Tina Lockett. Sergeant, if it's nothing further, if it is Tina Lockett, you can leave your name and the number in the chat. We can get back in touch with you. But we're just going to call it no defendant. Okay.
Yes, sir. I believe there was another officer on the same person as well.
Yeah, that officer never showed, so you were the only one that showed. You have a safe, happy. Oh yeah, Alvin Hughes, he showed. There was 3 officers. Alvin Hughes did show. He's not here. But anyway, since Ms. Lockett didn't show, we're just gonna want failure to appear virtual.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Have a good holiday.
You happy holidays to you. Be safe out there too.
You too.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Lumley. Ms. Lumley, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, she was attempting to show me to get her insurance and she got knocked out. So I didn't get a chance.
I see some.
I just sent something. I thought it was in the same one. I don't know if it knocked me out and that was the reason why.
Is this 2015 Chrysler, the one you were driving that day?
Yes. And I have
the
pocket too.
Pardon me?
I have the registration to my vehicle in my pocket as well.
All right. I'm just looking at the Mr. Corporal Bennett. Good morning to you. Can you put your on the record for Summer Lumley, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. Today is the date and time set for a trial. Ms. Lumley has showed valid insurance for your case. And the other cases, I haven't seen Officer Martin at all. So we're going to grant the motion to dismiss On the cases were no officer, for Officer Martin, and we'll dismiss the other tickets for providing valid documentation.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, have a safe and happy holiday season, Ms. Lumley.
This I'm slow out of here.
Huh? What'd you say?
Dismiss, correct? I would make sure I heard correct.
Yeah, dismiss.
Thank you very much.
All right, there we go. Here we go with another one back to back. This is the City of Detroit, Ms. Shiroki versus Destiny Marie Larkins. Case number SP 1571494, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki, on behalf of Ms. Larkins.
Corporal Bennett, let me say that. Corporal Bennett, is that the only one you had?
That was it. Yes, Your Honor. I was about to check out.
Safe and happy holiday season. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Ms. Larkins, can you put your state your name for the record, please?
Destiny Marie Larkins.
All right. Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a trial. Officer Bush, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Bush, badge 4781, Detroit Police Department.
All right, good morning to you. Today it was a request for discovery made on 10/7/2024. That's what I have in my notes. Miss Soroki, why don't you talk to Miss Larkins and Mr. Garinger, see if we can work this out. Miss Larkins, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Miss Soroki.
Okay.
All right. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client seeks a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Graham?
Yes, sir.
Come back on February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. Sorry, if there's nothing further, have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
All right.
Thank you. Ms. Laws, are you there? We lost Ms. Laws again. Owens is gone. Gets me down to Stan Graham. This is the City of Detroit versus Stan Laverne Graham. Case number B13683-924, SP 137-93751, SP 145-28341, SP 14661-981, Z795-274. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Graham.
That's Mr. Graham.
Mr. Graham.
He's unmute. You got to unmute yourself. Press star. Oh, press unmute, please.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay. Good morning to you, Mr. Graham. State your name for the record.
Oh, Laverne Nelson Graham.
Been testing, sir?
Pardon me?
Have you been testing?
Yes, sir.
What are the test results going to tell me?
Negative.
Have you had that attorney appointed to you?
No, sir.
All right, let me get an appointed attorney here on the spot. Let's pass the memo. Let's get an attorney for Mr. Graham right now, please. I'm sorry. No, Mr. Ogletree is not gone. He's talking to us. All right, let's pass the matter. Give me a minute, Mr. Graham. Let me see if we can get an attorney. 313-289-4189. You're gonna have to press *6 to unmute yourself so we can call your case.
Say that number again.
313-289-4189.
Okay, and what do I do?
Press, who is that for Graham?
Yes. Yeah.
That number is related to Mr. Stan Graham?
Oh. Is that your number? No. Oh, I thought you wanted me to call that number. No, my phone number is.
No, I just need to know, Mr. I'm trying to find out who's related to this 313-289-4189 number. They're on here. I'm trying to get them to unmute themselves. But let's move on down to Mr. Lee Alexander then.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
We're gonna find out when this lawyer comes in.
City of Detroit versus Jalil Lee Alexander, case number SP 1589783, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lee Alexander.
Jalil Lee Alexander.
Mr. Lee Alexander, good morning to you. Do you have a valid driver's license, sir?
Not at the moment.
All right. He has an improper equipment charge as well that was in default. I have no issue with setting it aside if the city does not. Get him an updated offer, Mr. Berry, on this case. He had a trial date set 11/5, but he never appeared. Get him an updated offer, Mr. Berry.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're giving him time to get his license and he hasn't gotten it. Join the room, Mr. Lee Alexander. Just give me a minute, please. Are we ready on Mr. Lee?
Yes.
So let's go back on the record with Mr. Lee, Mr. Ogletree. Put your appearance on the record, please.
Aaron Ogletree on behalf of Mr. Lee.
All right. Mr. Lee, good morning. Good morning again. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what do you want to do with this case?
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Hill along with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee wants to avail himself to the offer, the plea discharge, no contest, 9-month delayed sentence.
All right, I'm gonna fine him $500 the max for discharging these firearms within the city limits.
We would just like to ask if the court would be willing to consider maybe something less than the max, considering some of his background.
All right, let's, what, are you a veteran, sir?
No, sir.
All right. All right.
So he worked for the city. Go ahead.
So is it some, are you gonna argue some other circumstances of why I shouldn't impose it on Mr. Lee as I do on everyone else that comes here? Well, not everyone. I've listened to some things and is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I would just highlight just very briefly, maybe like 20 seconds, just a bullet point.
Well, does he want to take the deal?
Yeah, he wants to take the deal. No contest.
Raise your right hand, Mr. Lee. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Ogletree went over your other advice of rights. As a matter of fact, give him the advice of rights form. And we can put that in the file. I'm gonna provide you with an advice of rights form. Did Mr. Ogletree go over your rights with you?
Yes, he did. I think he did.
Review those rights, Mr. Lee, and then we'll sign that form once if you understand those rights, and then we'll pass it and get back to you. All right. Once you review that, we'll get you out of here momentarily. All right, we're back on the record. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Larkins. Ms. Larkins, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, at this time, my client is going to plead to open alcohol passenger, and the other counts are being dismissed. She's waiving her rights.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Larkins?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Roki went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room. I guess this was Mrs. Barrett's case. You want me to get Ms. Barrett back in here, Mr. Roki?
It's up to the client, Your Honor. I mean, it's gotten this far. It's up to her.
Do you want to speak with the lawyer that was assigned to you, ma'am?
No, that's okay.
Did you ever talk to Ms. Barrett?
She only called me over the phone, and I've reached out to her plenty of times. She never got back with me.
All right. You understood those rights that Mr. Roki went over?
I'm sorry?
You understood those rights that Mr. Roki went over with you?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to April 4th, 2024, around 8:47 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of West State Fair and Bowman Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you in a motor vehicle, ma'am?
Say that again?
Were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you have some alcohol in that motor vehicle?
Yes.
What did you have?
It was a can. I can't even tell you what it is. I don't remember.
Was it yours?
No, it was not mine.
Well,
it was the passengers.
Well, if you don't know what it was, how do you know it's alcohol in there?
You got a point. I don't know.
Ma'am, at the date and time that you were stopped, you spoke to a police officer, right?
Correct.
And did they take some kind of alcoholic beverage out of the car?
They just searched the vehicle, but they didn't actually remove anything.
Well, then I guess she's not guilty. I mean.
Well, I mean, too, if she doesn't know what kind of alcohol it is, we've come to this thing before. I don't know how the officer will know. I don't know. So you gotta let Mr. Bush speak to Mr. Geringer. Mr. Bush, go back in the breakout room and speak to Mr. Geringer.
Okay.
And then, Ms. Soroki, you can speak to Mr. Geringer, but we got an issue. Why don't you go speak to Mr. Geringer, let him know that we have the issue, Oh, it's, we put them back and forth. And then, Officer Bush, go in the breakout room and wait on Mr. Guarantee.
Okay.
Thank you. Just pass it. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, you've been provided with a Vice of Rights form, right?
Yes.
And you read that form, correct?
Yes.
And you understand those rights?
Yes, I do.
Do you know you'll be giving up these rights when you take this deal?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what we said we'll do today?
No.
All right, let me draw your attention back to November the 7th, 2024, around 8:25 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Waltham and Collingham Street. Waltham and Collingham Street. Were you around that area around that date and time?
Yes,
Excuse me, Your Honor. He wanted to try to see if he can do a no contest plea, if the court will.
And what's the purpose of the no contest plea?
Civil liability.
Did you speak with does the city have any objection to that?
No. I did bring it up with Mr. Hill. He said he had no problem with it.
All right. Will you stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for what's alleged in this complaint here?
Yes.
Stipulate the problem. Okay. So with that stipulation, I will, for the purposes of civil liability, I will enter a no contest plea as charged. All right. 9-month delayed sentence. All right. As for purposes of sentencing, go ahead, Mr. Ogletree.
Yeah, I understand what the court's normal fine is, but I would point out that Mr. Lee was the block club president at Waltham near 8 Mile Road for several years. He worked at the City of Detroit Water and Sewage Department as a supervisor for a number of years before he retired. He's a grandfather. He attended school in the City of Detroit. He even played football in high school. This is uncharacteristic of Mr. We'll just ask this one error in judgment, the court will be willing to impose a lesser fine. He's also on he receives Medicare, and that reduces how much he receives in Social Security. He does receive a modest pension from the City of Detroit Water and Sewage Department.
Okay, but all of that, I respect all of that, and I appreciate all that you've done for the City of Detroit, but it has told me nothing about why.
Can I explain that?
That's if you want to, that your client wants to speak, Mr. Ogletree. I don't know if you have to talk about that or not.
Yeah, I mean, I could explain in terms of it. I mean, some people were, my understanding, there were some young people in the area that were essentially committing crimes, and they, my understanding that they did something to his dog, and he fired a shot in the air to he understands it was wrong that what he did, and he understands he should have handled the matter better, but his passion got the best of him, and he just asking for the court to exercise mercy.
What's going on over there, Mr.
They had a bunch of kids, 7 or 8 kids, running up and down the street, robbing people, stealing people's like door and rocks, ringing people, neighbors' doorbells, running away. And this particular night, I was cooking dinner, and I heard my dog howl and stuff. They threw a big rock, hit the dog in the eye. I was ready. They kept it was throwing. Then they started throwing the rocks at me, and I shot up in the air, and they stared around. Then the next day or two, the bailiff came out there and put them out.
Put them out the house?
Put them out. They wasn't supposed to be there no way. But they was ready to tap me over there from 7 miles to 8.
Yeah, but come on now,
I
Mr.
mean,
Lee.
I was
Come on
wrong.
now.
I was wrong. To shoot up in the air.
Absolutely
I
wrong.
was wrong. I didn't point it at them whatsoever. The only way I can do so they can run away.
But you have kids. You got grandkids.
Grandkids, yeah.
Do you want somebody, the kid's gonna be kids and do stupid stuff a lot of times.
Right. Well,
Do you want somebody shooting a gun not at your kids, but even in the air, so that, or your grandkids?
no, I wouldn't. I knew I was wrong. I know I never happened again. And these kids was 18, 19. Some of them 20.
You don't know how old they are.
I don't.
You don't know how old they are.
I don't.
They could be 14, 13, and just be big 13-year-olds.
You're correct. You're not correct.
We have a problem in this city, and you know it, and I know where your neighborhood is. You hear gunshots, and you get tired of it. And you're being a part of the problem.
I have no excuse.
All right, so what I'm gonna do you have access to the internet, sir?
Yes, I do.
I want you to take a gun safety course. I typically fine $500. I understand you're on a fixed income, but just for the fact that I'm only giving you this because it's holiday time and it's the fact that you're on a fixed income, but shooting up in the air because some kids were throwing rocks and stuff like that, you're allowing your emotions and your to get the best of you. And we don't want that to escalate to you pointing a gun and shooting one of the kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and fine $240 this time. And I'm gonna say take a gun safety course. You can take that gun safety course. We can get you hooked up with probation so they can give you a course, or you can take one online from any,
yes, I know a place. 8 miles west.
If they got a gun safety course for you, and I'm not trying to put you in no 8 hour, it should, they have them online. I don't know how long they do. So if you got a place where you can take the gun safety course and you can get a certificate back to me, I'm gonna accept it. All right. When can you pay to
But the first of next.
I'm gonna
First and third of next month.
I'm gonna have this paid by January 13th, 2025. So we can get that out the way. Pay it at any DivDac kiosk in the city of Detroit, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. And then review date, give me 9 months. We'll have you back in 3 months. Come back in 3 months. We'll look at it. We'll look at it again then. March the 13th, and make sure you bring that certificate. All right.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Lee. I hope you don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. I know, what it is, and here's my spiel on this. We sit here and we say, that the times are worse than they ever been, and all of that.
I look at it a little bit different way. I look at it as actually the times and the kids are really no different than what we were doing. Maybe, you know, just we weren't doing to some extent that some kids go to, but it's all the same. It's just that by us getting older, our tolerance level has gone down to nothing anymore. And we don't want to tolerate it. We don't have the nerve for it anymore. But pretty much when I was growing up in the early 80s, it was more murders in the city of Detroit than than anywhere. It was going down and in the 70s and 80s. And now that they always like to say, and I know the politicians like to say, oh, I reduced crime. Well, the city is half or almost a third of the population as it was back then. So obviously crime is going to be reduced. But my point is, it's the same stuff going on. It's just our tolerance level has gotten to the point where we don't want to deal with it. You know, so don't let that get the best of it, because you know you're standing here now after a distinguished career in the city of Detroit, stuff like that. We'll get this book behind us, but that's all I got to say, Mr. Laws. I wish you a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you. We'll see you back. Pay that by January 13th, and then come back on March the 13th, 2025. Ms. Mathis can get you some paperwork if you know what to do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Safe holiday. That's also.
We'll try.
Thank you.
All right, I need Miss Destiny to go back into a breakout room.
Miss who?
Destiny L.
Larkin?
Yes, Miss
Ms.
Larkin.
Larkin, go back to breakout room 3, please.
I've also been asked to represent a Mr. Graham.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Stan Laverne Graham, Nelson Graham. Mr. Ogletree, put your appearance on the record, please.
Aaron Ogletree, about for Mr. Graham.
All right, Mr. Graham, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Ogletree. He's going to be your he's going to be your attorney from this point out. Do you have the allegations that we listed in the record, Mr. Ogletree?
I don't.
So 1, dog restraint. 2, driving while license revoked. 3, driving while license suspended commercial vehicle. 4, driving while license revoked. And 5, OWI city. All of them seem to be relatively old. He has $288 on an old no proof of insurance that if he paid that, he could potentially set himself up to get a valid driver's license. I imagine he's going to have to take care of his OWI first, but that will prevent him, even if he does take care of this OWI, if he doesn't pay that, he will not be able to have clearances here with the 36th District Court. And these are other civil infractions that we're not going to address. He has 2 failure to stops. I'm just giving him the price on those, $156 a piece. But the 288 is gonna affect his ability to get a driver's license even after the resolution of the OWI. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room so you can get acquainted with your client and let us know what you want to do, Mr. Graham. You have an absolute right to a trial if you take a deal today. Join the room, please. Mr. Barry, what about Lee Alexander? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lee Alexander. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's offer to allow him to enter a plea to failure to display. The improper equipment charge to be dismissed.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lee Alexander? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you raise your right hand, please? Other right.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yeah.
Understand that you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yeah.
Mr. Berry went over your other advisor rights in breakout room, did he not? Did Mr. Berry go over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, Mr. Lee Alexander?
Yeah.
You gotta speak up, sir, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
All right, you understood those rights?
Yeah.
Any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yeah.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to June the 2nd, 2024, around 12:55 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Westbrook and Florida Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yeah.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yeah.
Officer asked you to produce valid driver's license.
Yeah.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No.
Why is that?
I didn't have it.
All right, very well. I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing $240 fine, dismissal upon payment, stipulates the probable cause, will dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
When can you pay it, sir?
I was gonna ask maybe
Jury duty.
Jury duty, that doesn't get you anything. That's a civic duty in and of itself.
Your Honor, he means community service.
Oh,
Sorry.
community service. Oh. You're supposed to do jury duty, sir, whenever you're required to do that. Have you ever done jury duty before?
no.
Have you ever voted before?
Yeah.
That's where the jury duty assignment comes when you vote. When you vote, then the city, once you're on the voting rolls, then the city at some point should send you a summons to do jury duty. That you want to do community service, right? You want to do community service?
Sir.
12 hours of community service. Yeah, I need a good phone number from you.
Yes, sir.
What's the number?
652-4378.
That sounds a lot better. 652-4378. I'm gonna refer the matter to Ms. Green for 12 hours of community service. Ms. Green should call you. You shouldn't have to call her, but just in case, her number is 313-965-8130. 313-965-8130. Give Ms. Green a call.
Yes, sir.
All right, if it's nothing further, have a safe, happy holiday season. I'm giving you until January 13th to complete those community service hours. Best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good day. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's the city of Detroit versus Jarron Gayton. Case number SP1600762-1, SP819822-1, State of Michigan versus Jerome Gayton, case number SX306171-8,
counts 1 and 2, 18-47-16171, 19-3999-641. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gaydon.
Jerome Gaydon.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
Will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Will give your client a $0 bond. Is all of the stuff on the docket?
Six matters on the docket, Your Honor.
Now get your client an updated offer, Mr. Berry. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Gaydon. Speak to Mr. Berry. If you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Join the room, please.
Okay.
All right, let's go back on the record with Larkins, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Larkins, what does your client want to do, Ms. Soroka?
Your Honor, she's ready to go forward with the plea at this time.
All right, we already put you on the oath. How are we going to substantiate the fact that this is alcohol?
She's her memory's been refreshed. After I spoke with the prosecutor, I was able to give her some details that helped her refresh her memory.
So what kind of alcohol was in there?
A can, my car can.
What is it?
My car can.
Mike's hard lemonade.
Was it something in the can? I'm not satisfied with this. You know, first and foremost, it doesn't appear you're not supposed to have alcohol in a motor vehicle. Open alcohol. We understand that. But there's got to be some, and it's on the people to prove that it's alcohol. How is Miss Luke, wait a minute. How is Miss Larkins gonna take a plea to something that she tells me that a passenger had in her car, and before I put her in the breakout room, she didn't even know what kind of alcohol or anything. She just said it was a can in the car. And now, after speaking with Ms. Soroki, she says it's my card, and my card, I do know that to be alcohol, but she says, so go ahead, Mr. Garrett, put your appearance on the record, please.
Attorney Luke Garinger, P85677, appearing on behalf of the people. Judge, if I also may bring out Officer Bush, who I think is in the breakout room. I think he should also be present for this.
Let's bring him out.
Well, if you're gonna make statements on the record, I don't want them made in front of the officer.
Oh, okay. I mean, my only statement was that I believe we had stipulated, essentially, Attorney Soroki and I, that there was a can of this Mike's Hard lemonade or spiked lemonade, which was in the vehicle within the confines of the defendant's vehicle within her passenger area, which I believe satisfies the statute. Or there certainly is enough factual basis for a plea, Your Honor.
Well, I understand that, but see, you weren't here in the present. That's why I gave you the what happened earlier. It's the case is this. On these open alcohol and motor vehicles, you know, I asked them what kind of alcohol it is and whether it was some in the can. So first of all, the court can substantiate that it is actually alcohol. That needs to be the first element. It's open alcohol. You got to prove that it's alcohol. And she was willing to take the deal. And as we were going through the factual basis, she didn't have a clue. She didn't have a clue. So my question is, now that we've got that breakdown, usually routinely, we come in, yeah, it was alcohol in the car, even if it was somebody else's. I knew it was alcohol, they were drinking it, and for my purposes, I wouldn't want to say that I knew that that person had alcohol, and because I don't actually know unless I went to the store and saw them open the can up, and I knew, you know, it was large R lemonade, that there's alcohol in there, but she just said that she didn't know anything. And the look on her face told me that she was telling the truth. I mean, I'm just looking at her and I think that, and I'm like, you don't know what was in the can? No, she didn't know what kind of can it was. So I have a problem with the factual basis because of those reasons. And now she's still saying that she doesn't know if any alcohol was in the can.
Well, Judge, I guess at this point, the only thing I could do would be attempt to get the body camera or the dash camera from the officer, you know,
well, unfortunately, the other issue that we have here is that the request for discovery was made on October the 7th, and you, I know, weren't here then. You don't have any, probably, you're just taking over for somebody that was sick today.
That's right.
I don't know if that discovery has been produced. I would guess that Ms. Larkins hasn't received anything, but.
Well, would have gone to Ms. Barrett, wouldn't, Your Honor?
Say that again?
They would have sent it to Ms. Barrett, Attorney Barrett. She was appointed.
Get Ms. Barrett in here. Get Ms. Barrett in here. All right, pass the matter. Pass the matter. All right. All right, let's continue on. Let's get Attorney Barrett in here. Down to Mr. Lemonis. Did I get that right?
Lemonius.
Pronunciation correct, sir?
Dominic Lemonius.
Lemonius, I'm sorry. City of Detroit versus Dominic Lemonius, case number SP 11-846721. SP 1633856, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Lemonius.
Lemonius, state your name for the record, please. Roll call.
Dominic
Lemonius. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Give Mr. Lemonius an updated offer. Mr. Lemonius, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroki, have a conversation with her. Let us know what you want to do when you come out. If you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right? Join the room, please. Next is going to be Daquan Gordon. With that Samsung, did you ever get your audio together, sir, so I can hear who you are? No, never got it together. Never put your name in the chat either. Who else do we have? Oz, you're going to be last. You were supposed to be here yesterday. Good morning to you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Juan, can you unmute yourself? Give me a correct pronunciation of your name, please.
Keith Quan Gatewood.
Keith Quan Gatewood. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, let's go back on the record. Larkins. Ms. Barrett, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record again, please?
Good morning, Judge. Melita Baird on behalf of Destiny Larkins.
All right, Ms. Larkins indicated that you had a conversation with her, and one conversation she had with you. Today is the date and time set for a trial. We've been at the, we were trying to take Ms. Larkins wanted to settle the matter. The offer was available to her, open alcohol in a motor vehicle capacity. While we were taking the plea and trying to establish a factual basis, Ms. Larkins indicated to the court that she didn't know what type of alcohol was in the car. She just knew it was a can in the car. It was her passenger's can, of which she said, and she said she didn't know what was in it. After speaking with Mrs. Soroki, she did refresh her memory and said that it was a Mike's Hard Lemonade can. I asked her, was there anything in the can? And she again says, I don't know. So speak to so it was a request for discovery made. Mr. Geringer indicates that we need to adjourn the matter for the discovery. The request for discovery was made on 10/7/2024. We were finding out whether that discovery ever got to you or not.
You know, Judge, I did not get that.
Speak to Mr. Geringer and see if we can what we can do to get some kind of resolution, or give an opportunity to get the discovery. All right.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Wait a minute, Ms. Larkins. I'm going to put you in 5. On 6. I'm going to put you in 6. Wait on Mr. Ms. Barrett. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, I did get you. Let's go back on the record with Gayton. Mr. Gayton, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's offer to enter a plea to failure to display for the driver's license suspended charge, and a plea to improper plates for the no insurance charge, and the remaining matters to be dismissed.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Larkins?
Gayton, Your Honor.
Gayton, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand, please?
But I have a question.
Right. Other right.
I have a question.
Hold on. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. What is your question?
Well, I paid a ticket this morning on the 36th district, the kiosk app. And I just want to know what did that go? That don't go towards nothing that had to do with today.
I don't know why you're paying tickets when you have a court date, and you could have asked the lawyer ahead of time. You might have just, I don't know. Let's see what he paid. You paid a no insurance civil.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with today. You're going to have to pay that anyway.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're going to have to pay that, but that does free your license up right there, though.
Okay.
That frees your license up. He paid that no insurance civil this morning, Mr. Berry.
Okay.
So he could potentially be eligible to get a license if he does not have any other tickets in the other jurisdiction.
Oh, I do.
He does?
Yeah, I do. I just wanted to ask that question. I just wanted to know.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice of rights in the Breakout room, did he not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking a deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to way back to July the 1st, 2017, at around 10:48 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of northbound Southfield Freeway and Schoolcraft. You recall being pulled over by
Yes.
Detroit police or state trooper in a 2006 Pontiac?
Yes.
Did you own that Pontiac?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce valid driver's license and insurance?
Yes.
You could not do either, could you?
No.
Why is that?
I didn't have it.
Very well. Find them guilty of the amended count of failure to display for the license improper and the amended count of improper plate for the no insurance. The improper plate is a 0-point offense. It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State, therefore it doesn't carry any points. $240 fine out of dismissal upon payment. The failure to display will be on your record. That's $240 as well. I'll waive the warrant fee. You're gonna have to be responsible to pay any reinstatement fee. 240 and 240, when can you pay it, sir?
Can I get on a payment plan?
I'm gonna give you 30 days to either pay it or get on a payment plan. January 13th, 2024 is your next court date. I'm marking the file, allow payment plan. You need to do one of two things. You need to either pay it. You can pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person, or come on down to the courthouse and get into that payment plan before January 13th. If there's nothing further, sir, I'll see you back January 13th. Best of luck to you. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
You too.
Thank you. All right. City of Detroit versus Daquan Gordon, case number SP 156314222, SP 1612737, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 161633001. Appearance for the record, please.
Daquan Gordon.
Pauline Soroka, we have to defend it.
Ms. Soroki, today is the date and time set for a pretrial. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I call 4 cases into the record. You can see if Mr. Geringer has any objection to setting this no insurance civil aside. That he owes $288 on. If he's willing to set that aside, I'll allow him to pay the $45 reinstatement fee up front. He can potentially pay that and come back with a valid license. That at least give him clearance here at the 36th District Court. Give Mr. Gordon an updated offer. Mr. Gordon, you have an absolute right to a trial. Let's go with Mr. Berry with this one, because Mr. Berry, you don't have anybody, do you?
No, Your Honor.
Did you hear everything I said about Mr. Gordon?
Yes, but there's one charge that's not on the docket.
The no insurance proof, that's a civil infraction. He owes $288. That happened with the most recent misdemeanor of no insurance and a disregarding officer signal. He can potentially pay that and set himself up to get a valid license. He has an absolute right to a trial. See if the city's willing to set that aside. If they set that aside, I'll allow him to pay the $45 reinstatement fee to get a license.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Join the breakout room, Mr. Gordon, and if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to the trial.
Thank you.
All right, let's pass the matter. Yeah, are you ready on your client, Ms. Soroki?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to ask that you have the court check for valid license.
Can we check his license? Boy, Daryl Boyd. I don't have a Boyd on my docket, I don't believe. I'm gonna look it up. He's on here. I can't hear him. Mr. Give me the correct pronunciation again. Lemonius. His license is valid.
Mr. Lemonius, can you unmute?
We're back on the record with Mr. Lemonius. Mr. Lemonius, your license is valid.
Your Honor, my client also provided valid insurance. I believe that would dismiss all of his counts. It stipulates probable cause for the dismissals.
Your client still owes an old speeding ticket of $150, an old expired plate ticket $222, another old expired plate ticket $222, and an old no registration ticket $156. I'm going to dismiss these cases. Mr. Lemonius, you have a safe and happy holiday season, and best of luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
And you can set up a payment plan for those civil infractions. You just go down there with 25% and they'll let you pay monthly. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good holiday, sir.
This is the city of Detroit versus Daryl. Did Mr. Boyd, or did you get the volume together? You're gonna have to sign back in. I would suggest you sign off and sign back in. Do you have a valid license? Run his license. Let's see if his license is good. Let's see if his license is good. Yes. Do you have a valid license? You can shake your head, yes or no.
No.
So he doesn't have a license. Sign off and sign back in. Let's see if it works. I don't know. That's the Zoom ID. All right, let's get down to Gatewood. Excuse me.
I'm here.
Give me the correct pronunciation and first name again, Mr. Gatewood.
Keithwan Gatewood.
Keithwan. All right. City of Detroit versus Keithwan Gatewood. Case number SB 1642008. Counts 1 and counts 2. Here for the record, Mr. Rowe.
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke, on behalf of Mr. Gatewood.
Mr. Gatewood, state your name for the record, please.
Keithwan Gatewood.
All right. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Mr. Gatewood, do you have valid registration and insurance?
Yes.
Show Ms. Soroki that in the breakout. We're going to put you in there.
Okay.
All right.
I can't even sign out.
Is that okay? There it is. It's working now.
It's working.
It's working. I don't know what you did, but it's working now.
I haven't even signed out yet. I can't even find you.
Don't sign out now. Don't sign out now because it's working.
Right. Okay.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do? Mr. Ogletree?
My client wishes to schedule a bench trial date.
All right. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Graham?
Yes, Your Honor.
Our trial date is going to be February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'm going to check the testing. If it says something different than what you tell me, then we're gonna have that issue, all right? If not, then we will, have a safe and happy holiday season, you and your.
Your Honor, one thing I would like to say. I've got a heck of a cold. Last Saturday was the last time I tested. On that morning and that afternoon, I went and tested at 8 o'clock in the evening. Unbeknownst to me, I drank some coffee that had some Irish cream country.
All right, I don't want to hear anymore. Get probation down. Get probation down here on Mr. Laws. Get probation down here on Mr. Graham, Miss Mathis.
Pardon me?
Okay.
I want to get probation down
Let's
here.
go back in the breakout room, Mr. Graham.
Go back to breakout. Oh.
I want his testing.
Yeah.
Just to know.
Breakout.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gatewood. Mr. Gatewood, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to review my client's documents. They are valid. I'm moving for dismissal.
I'm going to dismiss for providing valid documentation. Mr. Gatewood, there's nothing further. Have a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Thank you. City of Detroit, Mr. Soroki versus Daryl Lewis Boyd. Case number SB 10972. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki, on behalf of Mr. Boyd.
Yeah.
Mr. Boyd, state your name for the record.
Daryl Boyd.
I wanted to you today as the date and time set for a show cause. Go ahead, counselor.
Going to waive the formal reading the information, stand mute to the charges.
And they're not guilty on the client's behalf. Gave your client a $0 bond. We gave him trial date for November the 5th. He missed that date. Mr. Boyd, if I set another trial date and you missed the date again, I'm going to put a cash bond on you, all right?
Oh, I didn't know I had a date that day, sir.
You should have known you had a date that day because I gave it to you.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't write it down.
No, I didn't.
He doesn't have a valid license. I don't see anything in here that would prevent him getting a license. Speak to Mr.
No,
I've
been paying up all. I've been paying up all my tickets.
Speak to Mr. Soroki in a breakout room, Mr. Boyd. All right, join the room, please. You got an absolute right to a trial. All right, let's pass the matter. Let's go back. He's in there, Mr. Soroki. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record. Mr. Gordon, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the prosecutor's most current offer, which is to, well, Your Honor, we need to confirm that Mr. Gordon has a valid license. He believes he does.
Run his driver's license, please, Ms. Mathis. Mr. Gistanon has the 9th birthday, 1290.
Okay.
I know. That is deceased. I have to raise.
Switch him out, man. That was wrong.
Wait.
That was this was broken. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I was unsure if I was supposed to stay in that break room or not. There was no one in there with me.
Ms. Barrett. Do you have anybody,
Judge,
Mr.?
we're ready on her case whenever you are. We just need a bench trial.
Today is the date and time set for bench trial. Let's go back on the record with Larkins. What are we gonna do?
Melina
I
Berry
actually have a question with you, Ms. Berry.
Well, we can't do it on the record. Well, maybe, Judge, we need to go back in the breakout room. Question. Okay, what room were you in? There we go.
6.
Go back in there, Mr. The license is suspended for Daquan Gordon.
In that regard, Your Honor, the offer my client would avail himself is to enter a plea to allowing as to the operator's license charge, and to enter a plea to the disobeying an officer's signal.
Let's go back on the record. We're on the record with Mr. Gordon. Go ahead. Allowing for the no ops, correct?
Right. And a 9-month suspended sentence as to the disregarding an officer's signal. The remaining matters, the insurance matters, to be dismissed.
We're going to be able to take a factual basis to that the disregard was officer signal.
My apologies, Your Honor, I did not. Perhaps I should return to the.
Yeah, we need to know that.
Yes, Your Honor. Return to the breakout room, Mr. Gordon.
My matter is ready.
Go back on the record with Boyd, giving you an opportunity, Mr. Boyd, to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, the people are making a recommendation. His matter is being amended to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. He's going to waive his rights and ask the court to adopt that.
You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
true. Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Roki went over your other advice or rights to breakout room, did she not?
Yes, sir.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to June the 3rd, 2021, at around 9:02 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Dragoon and I-75 Service Drive. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, sir.
You were operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
The officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license.
Yes, sir.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
Why is that?
I'm in the process of getting my license back.
You didn't have a license, correct?
Right.
All right. Find a client guilty of the admitted count of allowing $240 fine, dismiss upon payment. When can you pay it, Mr. Boyd?
How much is it?
$240.
As soon as possible.
Pay it today?
Yes, I can.
I'll give you till Monday to get, I'll give you till Monday to get that in. Come back Monday morning. If it's paid, we'll get you out of here. If it's not paid, we need to know why. Did he div that kiosk in the city of Detroit? I'm told you can upload the div that app to your phone, or you can come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. Come back Monday morning at 8:25. If it's paid, we'll dismiss the case, all right?
Yes, sir.
Best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good day.
Thank you. You too.
This is the city of Detroit versus Nativia Laws, case number SP 150987222, SP 13871143, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1395839-1, SP 1450543, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1454677, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 57762, counts 1 and counts 2. And U 69714-324. Miss Soroka, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Your Honor, Pauline Soroka, on behalf of the defendant.
Ms. Laws, unmute yourself, turn your camera on, state your name for the record, please.
Hello.
State your name for the, good morning, state your name for the record, please. All right, Ms. Soroki, I'm gonna give you a list of all the cases I read into the record.
Yeah, hang on.
Yesterday, all right, for a show cause and didn't appear.
Okay, go ahead.
I have driving while license suspended, improper plates, unregistered, untitled, driving while license suspended, allowed, no insurance, driving while license suspended, driving while license suspended, no insurance, driving while license suspended, open alcohol in a motor vehicle driving, operate in illegal, all misdemeanors.
What was the last one?
Operating in illegal, that's a U ticket.
Operating in an illegal place of occupation, loitering.
Illegal occupation or something like that.
I know what it is.
I counted 12 tickets, misdemeanors. She has 3 civil infractions that she never paid that we're not gonna discuss today. 144 on the defective lights, 210 on a blocking traffic, and 204 on a no plate civil infraction, just so she knows. Put you in a breakout room, Ms. Laws, speak to Ms. Soroki. Ms. Soroki will try to get you an updated offer. Or if you don't like it, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Okay.
All right, join the room, please.
Okay.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gordon. Mr. Gordon, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client gonna do?
Your Honor, he would avail himself of the offer to enter a plea to allowing, as well as the disobeying an officer's signal on the basis of a 9-month suspended sentence. Delayed sentence. Stands ready to make the plea.
You want to take the deal, sir?
Yeah.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Of course.
Mr. Gordon? You understand the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice and rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yeah, he's winning all the time.
Did Mr. Berry go over your other advice and rights in the breakout room,
yes.
sir?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Did you
did.
understand those rights?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, I don't.
You know, by taking this deal, you're gonna give those rights up? You know, by taking this deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes.
You got a lot of noise in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to August 16th, 2024, around 10:11 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Lafayette and Brush Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
What did you do out there?
Well, I was coming home from work, and then he was signaling. I didn't know at first I didn't know he was signaling for me, but obviously he was signaling for me, and I didn't see him right away.
What am I supposed to do with that, Mr. Barrett?
Well, what was he?
It was my fault. It was my fault.
What was he signaling you to do, Mr. Gordon?
He was signaling me to yield.
Yeah, but if he didn't see him right away, then did you pull over as soon as you saw him?
Yes, I did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
It was my fault, Your Honor. I'll take responsibility for it.
I'm not saying that. Listen, what you just told me was a situation where you're driving, and all of a sudden the police, what it sounds like to me, the police pull you over, want to pull you over. You didn't see it initially, and then when you saw it, you pulled over.
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, you know, that's just like, I'm gonna set a trial date.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the trial date. I was wrong. I'll take full responsibility, Your Honor.
Tell me how you're wrong. In the way you just told me, not unless it's more to the story.
I ignored the signal.
How did you just now are you lying to me or what?
Of course not, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you see the signal when he first tried to pull you over?
Yes.
And you ignored it?
Yes.
So you lied to me.
No, I didn't lie. I said I wasn't sure if he was signaling to me or not, but I guess he obviously was, because he was like, pull over. And that's what I did.
I'm gonna get the police in here. Trial. I'm not convinced. Maybe they may convince me and tell a different side of the story when you come in. You paid us $288, sir, and you can potentially set yourself up to get a valid license on that no insurance proof. I'll even allow him to. I'll even allow him to pay $45 on it. Pay reinstatement fee up front. What you're gonna have to do is come down to the courthouse. I got the file marked. Pay a reinstatement fee of $45 on that no insurance proof. You pay that, you wait 48 to 72 hours, you can potentially set yourself up to get a license. At least that'll send clearances here from the 36th District Court to the Secretary of State. Come back on February 21st, 2024,
and for trial. If there's nothing further, sir, have a safe, happy holiday season. Hopefully that will help you get a driver's license.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You do the same.
All right, best of luck to you.
All
right. What are we gonna do with Larkins? Let's go back
Judge,
on the record.
we're
Larkins. Last time. Back on the record with Larkins.
Melita Baird on behalf of Ms. Destiny Larson.
You're breaking up, Ms. Baird.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, Judge, I put in the request for the discovery just now. She wants a bench trial date.
February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Said February 21st?
2025 at 9 a.m.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Have a safe and happy holiday season. Best of luck to you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Let's
I'm
go
sorry, you
back
said that
on
was February 21st at 9 a.m.?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham, I'm giving you an opportunity. Mr. Graham, Ms. Bumpus, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Or good afternoon now.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you, Judge?
Very well. Put your appearance on the record for Mr. Graham, Ms. Bumpus, please.
Yes, for the record, Your Honor, Lori Bumpus on behalf of the Probation Department.
Right, so everything was going okay. Everything was going okay until I asked Mr. Graham, has he been testing okay? And he says yes. So then when we're about to leave and hang up and let him go and enjoy his holiday and stuff like that, I told him that I'm gonna check with the probation department to make sure that everything is like he says it was, and if not, then we're gonna bring him back. Then he starts to tell me that he had some coffee the other morning because he was very sick. And it was some Irish of something, and I didn't let him finish. What have the test results yielded? First of all, has he been tested?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case,
you can go ahead and give me the history and let me know what you have.
yes, Your Honor. In this case, he was placed on bond. This is the bond case where he was ordered by the court to test once a week. He has been testing. There have been no missed tests. However, he did test positive for alcohol on December the 7th, 2024. I did submit a show cause violation regarding this offense on December 13th to the court. So he is in violation of your bond condition, Your Honor, by testing positive. I did get a message from Mr. Graham, who did acknowledge that he did have some alcohol in his coffee. He in fact acknowledged that.
Right. Mr. Ogletree, I told your client that if there was any missed tests, any positive tests, or any diluted tests, that we were going to up the ante on the bond. Now, your client has a right to a hearing on the allegation. Your client can admit the allegation, and then the court will do what the court needs to do with it. What does your client want to do?
Can I speak to him briefly based upon information that the probation?
You may.
All right, I just need 5 minutes.
I think your client might need to go over to Judge Holmes with this in drug treatment court, because your client might have an issue with alcohol. Go talk to your client, please.
Okay.
let's go past that matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Laws. Ms. Laws, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do? Ms. Soroki? Give her a minute, Ms. Laws.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's all right. What does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we're going to get a pretrial date, so she can resolve her other matter. Otherwise, she's never going to get a
You know
license.
something, I've seen her name. I don't know.
I
how
can't
many.
hear. I'm sorry.
You just don't pay her. So.
Okay, I can hear.
You know, Ms. Soroki, I've seen her name, I don't know how many times. And this cases go back to, at least she was in here on an arraignment on February 21, 2023. And she just continues to miss dates.
I didn't miss court dates on purpose, Your Honor. And if you said in February, well, I was gone for like 5 months. So I wasn't able to attend the court dates because I had no way. I'm sorry?
Where were you gone?
I was in Washington County.
Jail?
Yes, I was trying to take care of the court dates while I was locked up in Washington County, but it was a problem with them getting the information for me to get to court. I went to court for every other case that I had. I was just not able to take care of no Wayne County court dates when I was gone.
This is the last time I'm going to give a pretrial for Ms. Loss. January 24th, 2025 at 8:30. That's going to be a pretrial date. Have a safe and happy holiday season, Ms. Laws, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ms. Laws, January 24th. It's a pre-trial date. That's your next court date.
Okay, I'm sorry, my phone had died. I didn't have it.
That's all right. Have a good day. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
January 24th? What time?
At 8:30.
Thank you for the birthday gift
When's your birthday?
today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Jail.
I am. I'm doing much better now.
Good. Good. All right, and have a safe and happy holiday season. I hope you get that license taken care of. You don't have anything here that's affecting your license.
Okay, yeah, because Secretary of State told me I only had to pay one ticket and I could get my license back.
Hope you can do that before you come back, all right?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, good. Now, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's give him an attorney. case, seems like he might have already read through this one. Let's see, got two WIs and a couple of things.
Is Mr. Rooney still testing 2 times a week? I mean, how was his previous testing? But since we're still down to work now.
I was complete by now, but it seems like he's out.
Okay. I'll double check. I'll call it Dr.
Get the file. Good. All right, let's go back on the record. We're ready. Mr. Graham.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ogletree.
Yes, he wishes to tender a plea guilty with explanation.
Wait a minute. Guilty with explanation now?
Yeah.
So you don't want the trial date?
No, I'm not talking about the I'm talking
as far as I heard the explanation. I heard that and I don't buy it.
I didn't put the copy was prepared for me. I didn't put it in the copy myself. All the times I have been there and tested, it's always been negative until I caught this cold. And a lady friend of mine fixed me a cup of coffee. And she had put some Bailey's Irish Country Cream in the coffee. I didn't know it was even in there. It wasn't that much, but it was enough to show up on the test. Now, at first, when I
think that's enough, Mr. Brown. Thank you.
What up, Ms. Bumpus? Do we have a level of alcohol that's in on this?
No, Your Honor.
Just a positive or negative?
Just positive, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna give you a break this time, Mr. Graham. I'm gonna, how many times has he tested?
7 or 8.
1 second, Your Honor. 5 times.
Oh, okay, 5.
5 times?
Yeah.
More than that. It was from October till the beginning of October, beginning of November, something. Yeah, 6 times. Okay, yeah. Seemed like it was more than that.
Okay, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
Seems like it should be more than that. And you say it's no miss, so I'll go with what you say, Ms. Bumpus.
Yes, no missed test, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, now you've got your one. Tell your lady friend that you can't have any alcohol of any sort, sir. All
yes,
right.
Your Honor.
And continue the bond conditions. Continued trial date is going to be February 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you both.
Thank you,
Okay,
Your Honor.
you do the same.
All right, Ms. Bumpus, have a safe and happy holiday season. If I don't see you, Mr. Overstreet, you be
You
safe.
too.
And
Thank you,
that will
Your Honor.
conclude the morning.